What has been the most destructive lie in human history? The lead in this gasoline is perfectly safe. They poisoned several generations. People became sicker and had some developmental problems. Almost every child growing up from 1920 to 1970 had lead poisoning to some degree. Interesting fact, while we banned it in cars a long time ago, tetraethyl lead was allowed in aviation fuel until very recently, which is the fuel they use in little prop planes. I won't invade Czechoslovakia. AH 1939. Damn Anthony Hopkins. Plastic is easily recyclable so long as the public sorts it correctly. This is a very false story created and lobbied by plastic manufacturers to give us the impression when we recycle plastic, it's being broken down and reused. Some elements can be recycled, but a lot of items can't use recycled plastic because the part requires certain properties. Then the parts that do use recycled plastics only use the sprue and flash produced during molding. This is, however, true of aluminum. Because of the way it is separated from ore, it actually costs 90% less energy to use recycled aluminum versus separating new metal. Pretty cool. That you can wake up in the morning and just rest your eyes. That's why I have 5 alarms. A specific historical example, in 1843, a man called Hong Xiuquan claimed to be the younger brother of Jesus. This led to him starting the Taiping Rebellion, which caused the deaths of between 20 million and 70 million people. Then again, he probably believed it, so it might not count as a lie. Chinese history is wild. The shit that happens always ends up getting 10 million people killed. Your like and subscription will really help my channel. Nestle, the baby killer scandal. They deliberately lied to mothers in developing countries to sell their baby formula, telling them that their own milk was nutritionally insufficient and their babies would be unhealthy if they continued to breastfeed them. The result of this marketing campaign was approximately 66,000 infant mortalities. They went way beyond that. They dressed people up as doctors and had them stand at the hospital and hand out just enough free formula to disrupt the new mother's milk supply. The biggest lie, I'll do it tomorrow. The 1964 Surgeon General's report concluded that smoking cigarettes causes death and disease. However, in a 1971 television interview, the president of Philip Morris denied the health risks that pregnant women and their babies face, saying that it's true that babies born from women who smoke are smaller, but they are just as healthy as the babies born to women who do not smoke. Some women would prefer to have smaller babies. My mom and her younger sister were born about 11 months apart in the late 60s. My grandma stopped smoking while she was pregnant with my mom, but when she got pregnant with my aunt, she was like, "I'm not doing another 9 months of this." My mom is around 5'7", while my aunt claims to be around 5, but I'd bet she's even lower. My grandma claims it's because she fell once when she was pregnant with my aunt. Makes me sad because obviously somewhere deep down she knows the truth and is lying to herself about it because she feels guilty. Yeah, it's just a wooden horse, haha. You get cool wooden horse. We get nothing, haha, don't worry about it. Sugar isn't the problem, it's fats. Let's make everything fat-free and just triple the sugar content. And it's alive and well today. People that were totally lied to by the sugar industry back in the day grew up unhealthy, and now they're passing the lie on to their kids. Literally, fat is good for your brain, skin, hair, memory, libido, muscles, and can even help to burn fat. Ideas that vaccinations can cause autism. The vaccines cause autism lie created such a monumental shift in some people's attitudes toward trusted medical science. It's wild. I have read and agree to the terms of use. This applies to 100% of the population. Not one person reads those forms. Absolutely nobody. They are not us. They are different. Worse, these theses have always been used for enslavement and division. It was so much easier to blame it on them. It was bleakly depressing to think that they were us. If it was them, then nothing was anyone's fault. Sir Terry Pratchett. If we give tax breaks to the wealthy, the wealth will trickle down. Cigarette smoking is no more addictive than coffee, tea, or Twinkies. James Johnston. It is a lie that OxyContin isn't addictive. I was in a car accident, was given a prescription for OxyContin. Doc told me, get off it as soon as you can manage your pain with over-the-counter drugs. I was on it for 10 days. 10 days. I experienced withdrawal symptoms when I quit. The base of the nutritional pyramid are grains. A healthy diet based on grains and flour will keep you slim and well-nourished. Protein in small amounts and fat is the source of all problems. As a result, millions of sick people and ruined generations. I'm fine or I'm just tired. Climate change is your fault. You need to change the way you do things. Not the corporate conglomerate that's pumping 1 billion tons a year and pollute the world 1 million times more. Politicians politicians are looking out for your best interests. The idea that we can be separated from each other and from the environment. I think it promotes the idea that with technology we can solve any problem and that we are not part of nature. But being separated from nature is damaging to our social and mental health in very serious ways. The idea of anthropocentrism, that the earth and nature exist to serve humans, that there is only one true religion and you must become part of it, or the idea we need to keep purchasing new clothes to stay in the trend. Your like and subscription will really help my channel. Thanks a lot for the donations.